Alright, I'm ready to put the Schlage handle on here. Okay. And we'll just get this set up here. Make sure you can see that. And I don't care what handing this is just yet, okay? And here's the thing. Remember, the screws are only on one side or the other. And I always want the screws on the inside where the push button is going to be. Okay, very important to remember that. And remember, I want the handles facing down, but if I put that together like that, that's the way the handles go. But that's not how it's going to be, because the screws are going to be on the outside. This is the outside of the door. I want the lock on the inside. So it's like, okay, Joe, how am I going to do that? Am I going to flip it around like that and put it like this, facing these this way to take this back off later, or what's the deal? No. I'm going to take it. If this was a different swing, I'd set it just like that. But because the screws are on the other side, I'm going to take this and I'm going to flip it upside down. Check that out. Now, you see how the paddles are the wrong way? Don't worry about that for right now. I'll show you how to fix that. Remember I said it was universal? Now we're going to pull that apart. This is going to slide right in through the notch, and that is set up for 2 3/8 or 2 3/4 back set. And I'm just going to put this in. Look at that. That's it. And I'm going to get my screws, and I just kind of put it in there just by feel. And if I can start it, I will. Just barely. Okay. And I got my little screwdriver here. And the important thing to remember here, see, I'm turning it. I've got this. I'm not turning it from here. See how much longer that would take me? Boom, 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 boom. I'm twisting right here, and I'm holding this with my palm, but I'm twisting with my fingers on the shaft to make it go in a little bit faster. That's all. And letting it spin. Okay. And I don't like to do this. I don't like to put these in with a battery operated drill, because if you start these threads wrong, you might think, oh, I'll just crank it in there. You don't want it to crank in. See how easy this is spinning? That's how you want it to spin. Okay, now I'm going to hang on to this on the door, and I can just do it this way. Okay. Usually I keep that pushed in tight until I get it fairly tight. Okay. And then I look on the door and see where the old doorknob was, and see if I can line up the escutcheons on that, or if I need to lift it up a little bit. I always tend to want to lift it up a little bit, because after I flip the handles, after a while the handles have a tendency to wear a little bit, and then they're going to flop down a little bit more. So I first want to position this, and then I lift up on it just a little bit, hold this with my hand on both sides. See, I'm just holding it, and now I can tighten up these screws on the side. And I just make it snug first. Okay, on the bottom one. Now I can crank on that tight, and then do this one. Okay, that's it. The thumb turn is on the inside just like it's supposed to. Now, here's my little goodie. There's little holes on the side of the handle. Okay, right here on the side. It's hard to see it. You can't see it obviously from that way. But even if I show the camera over here, it's very small, just big enough for that. And I'm going to push it in there. It's on a spring-loaded deal. I push on it, and I can use the finger hole, push on it. Ooh, come on. And pull on that just a little bit to loosen it up. Now I can get rid of that and pull. Just like that. Let's do that on this one here. Got my foot on the door. Find the pin, push in on it. Psst, pulled right off. Now see, if it didn't go off all the way, I can just loosen it that much. Pull that and pull it off. Okay. Now I'm going to take the other knob and I'm going to push it on there. See? Now it's going the right direction, isn't it? And I like to pull on it to make sure that it's snapped, because sometimes you might think it's snapped, and then you pull on it later and the handle pops off. So there's a definite little ka-clunk. Okay, I got my foot on the door. I'm gonna push that on there like that and set it on there. There you go. Well, I checked that a few times. Now, there. I've got that one done. Now, you remember I told you I do the strike plate too. Let's go ahead and take care of that right now. Okay? I'm still gonna save this. Do not throw this away, okay? Maui, baby. Wish you were here, but because you're not, I'm bringing it to you with these videos. Well, that's all I got for this time, but I'll be back with more videos.